Alrighty, we are back. Thank you for joining us for the post game. I've got Coach Lettle, Charlie Greer, and Nate Akins with me today. We're going to start off with just a couple quick questions for you, Coach Lettle.
Yes, sir.
What are your thoughts on how today's game went? Just a quick breakdown on how you think it went.
Well, I think we struck out 13 or 14 of their batters. So when these two do that, I just told Charlie on the way out the door, we don't lose very often. So they did a heck of a job. If we kept our walks to a minimum, so we got some timely hitting today that we haven't gotten in the last week or so. So I can't remember. Coach Todd would be the best guy to ask for that, but I think we got maybe 4 or 5 2-out base hits to get some RBIs. So that was big for us.
So on my scorebook, I had Roman Minke having 3 RBIs or 3 or 4 RBIs.
That sounds about right. He had a good day. Jackson Parent had a good day. So there were some other guys that sprinkled in the hits, but those were 2 big parts of our big innings.
Yeah, and I like that the production like that from the bottom of your lineup, especially.
Yep.
That's
they were
really
both hitting 7 and 9. So yeah, if you're hitting the ball down there, going 1 through 9, being able to hit the baseball, you're going to score some runs.
Yeah, it was definitely something that I liked seeing today, and I know a lot of other people did too. I had a lot of people watching the stream, and definitely kept things interesting.
Love having our fans at home.
Well, I will, if you don't mind, handing it over to Chuck over here. I'd like to talk to him about his good start today, and we'll wrap it up with Nate Akins. But Chuck, why don't you just go ahead and run me through kind of your thought process today, knowing that you're going out there to start?
So pretty much every batter just trying to get ahead early. From a hitting standpoint, if you get down in the count, you tighten up and it's not good. But if I get a guy to 2 strikes, their at-bat's usually over, especially if I'm way ahead.
So I had you in there for 4 innings, 2 walks, and 9 strikeouts. What does it kind of tell? Like, what does it give you confidence-wise going into your next start, knowing that you went out there 4 innings, struck out on average 2 people per inning, filled it up a lot, threw very few pitches? What kind of confidence boost does that give you, knowing that you can repeat that and knowing that that's what you're capable of for next time you go out there to pitch?
It's pretty good confidence. I mean, we'll be playing some tougher teams coming up, so just keeping the same mindset, same approach to these guys, and we should have success.
All right, awesome. Well, you can hand it over off to Nate Akins. I know you had a really good day, so thank you and good job today. I appreciate it. But Nate, run me through your thought process today coming in after Chuck. You know, he like I said, he went 4 stellar innings. You came in with a good lead on good padding to help you out a little bit. What is your mindset, your thought process coming in to relieve in a 4 or 5 run ball game when your starter hasn't given up a run?
Yeah, I know. We had the lead, and so I just, went out there and did me and kind of just, threw and
just stick to yourself, not do too much.
Yeah, that's just my plan. I had a few things to work on today, and I did those things and just, trust myself and do my own thing.
Well, the last time I saw you was Cassville, and Cassville, little wild here and there, but I thought today you were great. You were efficient.
Yeah.
There was a lot of real first pitch strikes, just hammering it in there. Some pretty good curveballs I saw as well. So,
yeah.
I think today was a much, much better improvement as far as Cassville, and I thought you did really, really well.
Yeah, and I'm just going to build off that and, just
take it into the next game?
Yep.
All right, well, thank you so much. It was a really great appearance for you. I guess we'll wrap it up with Coach Little one more time. One more quick question for him. But, Coach, after today, you guys are 8-2, so 10 games in. What are your thoughts so far the first 10 games?
Oh, man, with our schedule, I think we always go down to my cabin before the season. Our coaches sit there and we kind of dial up the first 10 games and just kind of how we think it's going to go based on our pitching. We said, man, if we got out of that at 6-4, 7-3 with our schedule, we'd be pretty excited. To be 8-2, we had some big wins there early that, over some state-ranked opponents. We've got a big schedule coming up this weekend. So we've got Clever on Wednesday night. And then Summit Christian comes to town. They've got, I think, 2 of, you guys could probably tell me better than that, but 2 of the top, 100 prep baseball kids coming in. So they're going to be really good. We'll have Smithville, which is out of Kansas City. I think they're 9-1 right now. And then we got Joplin, and Joplin's always a pretty solid team coming from the COCOC area. So, that's going to be a heck of a stretch for us to try to get some wins and before we get into the conference season.
Yeah, those are some pretty tough opponents, especially. You know me with my experience as a player with Summit Christian. I know what they bring to the table.
We have played Summit many a times, and those are always great ball games.
Yeah, it's a really good ball game, especially here. It's going to be great energy, high intensity. So
absolutely,
I'm looking forward to it. But thank you for taking the time to sit with me, and I appreciate all you guys, and all you guys did a great job tonight. So thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Thank you guys for joining us for our post game, and hopefully we'll see you guys next time for the next Rogersville baseball game that I'll be here for. Someone else will be here for our next broadcast, but thank you so much for joining us. This is the Chain Gang Sports. Have a great rest of your night.